Hey guys, Rob here with McDojoLife. In today's McDojo news, we're going to talk about how the head of the Shaolin Temple is not only in hot water, but also in jail. Let's check out the story. Authorities are investigating the abbot of China's iconic Shaolin Temple for suspected embezzlement and improper relationships with women, reviving similar allegations from 2015. Shi Yongzhen, age 59, also known as CEO Monk, is accused of embezzling project funds and temple assets while breaking Buddhist vows by having relationships with multiple women and fathering children. Yongzhen, who was elected as vice chairperson of the Buddhist Association of China in 2002, was detained by police last week as the probe began, while China's Buddhist Association revoked his ordination certificate Monday. His Weibo page, which has nearly 900,000 followers, went silent as of July 24th. A now debunked fake police notice also claimed that he had 174 illegitimate children, illegally transferred $41.3 billion, and tried to flee to the U.S. with his mistress and some kids, was dismissed as fake by Chinese authorities. The historic Shaolin Temple, founded more than 1,500 years ago in Henan province, holds UNESCO World Heritage status as the birthplace of Zen Buddhism and Kung Fu martial arts. Since becoming an abbot in 1999, Shi earned his CEO monk reputation by building a commercial empire that operates across 40 countries. His business ventures included touring Kung Fu shows, licensing deals for movies and games, and running companies in publishing, traditional Chinese medicine, and property development. Addressing criticism of his business approach, Shi once told state media, quote, "If China can import Disney resorts, why can't other countries import the Shaolin Monastery?" The investigation of Shi Yongzhen is undoubtedly the most sensational case of corruption in a Buddhist temple in recent years, quoted Hu Xingzhen, the former editor of state-run Global Times newspaper and a prominent commentator, wrote on social media site Weibo, where the Shaolin Temple story was trending. It tells people that in today's China, there's no place that can be considered a safe haven for corrupt practices. Vendors near the Shaolin Temple now say fewer tourists are visiting, with one describing Shi as a monk whose personal conduct hurt Buddhism's reputation. Authorities promise to release further information as the multi-agency investigation continues. Temple officials appointed Shi Yinli as the new abbot Tuesday. Since being appointed, several long-standing commercial activities at the Shaolin Temple in Dingfeng, central China's Henan province, have vanished just days after the new abbot took office following the launch of an investigation into its former abbot, according to an article posted by Shanghai-based media outlet Yikai on its official WeChat account on Wednesday. On July 30th, the second day of Abbot Yinli's tenure, previously ubiquitous paid offerings such as, quote, health incense and, quote, family-blessed incense disappeared, Yinkai reported. Other noticeable changes included the removal of donation-oriented QR codes formerly worn by, quote, martial monks. Materials about the temple that previously required payment are now freely displayed at public stands, said the report. Outside the abbot's residence, which once hosted celebrities, foreign dignitaries, and business leaders under former abbot Shi Yongzhen, metal barriers now obscure the entrance. Several A4 printed signs posted on the barricades read, quote, prioritize protection, strengthen management, uncover value, utilize effectively, and bring cultural relics to life, along with reminder that all individuals and organizations have a legal duty to protect heritage. The abbot's residence has been barricaded for some time, but when asked whether this change is related to Shi Yongzhen's arrest, staff members declined to comment, said the report. The management of staff members is currently overseen by the Shaolin Temple Administrative Office, a government-appointed body formed in May with personnel dispatched from Xingzhou and Dingfeng Departments of Religious Affairs and United Front Work Departments, not by the temple, a staff member told Yikai reporter. Another veiled structure includes a commemorative monument erected in 1999 to mark Shi Yongzhen's promotion. The staff confirmed that the monument was covered the day he was detained, according to the report. In front of the Mahavira Hall, at the center of the temple, some visitors were seen lighting incense and offering prayers. Meanwhile, many tourists were lining up at a nearby incense stand to take, quote, health incense free of charge. This used to cost money. This time, I didn't see anyone collecting payment, said Wu from Xingzhou, central China's Henan province. Wu, who often brings out-of-town friends to visit the Shaolin Temple, explained that in the past, a single stick of incense could easily cost dozens or even hundreds of yen. But on this visit, he found no one running incense stalls. If anyone wants to offer incense now, they just take it, said the Yakai reporter. Abbot Yin Li has not publicly commented on the reforms. Repeated attempts to reach the temple's administration office were declined, according to the report. Let's unpack that. So the guy who used to be in charge of the Shaolin Temple, who was appointed in the late 90s, apparently, was a business-oriented kind of guy who got the nickname the CEO Monk. He was pretty much just licensing out the Shaolin Temple name and, I guess, likeness or whatever else he could license out in order to draw in a bunch of money for the Shaolin Temple. Around 2015, it seems that he was getting into some hot water for having sex with a lot of women and embezzling some money. That case in 2015 apparently was just dismissed. I don't know why it was dismissed, but apparently it was. Fast forward to now, and apparently he is actually caught embezzling money and sleeping with a bunch of women. There was a fake story that I guess had embellished a lot of what was going on that was called nonsense by the Chinese government, and it was saying he was caught trying to flee the country. Apparently, they're saying that wasn't true, but they are saying that he is arrested because he was embezzling money, and he is under investigation for producing a bunch of kids with a bunch of different women. So he gets arrested, and as soon as he gets arrested, it seems like the new leader completely revamps everything. That guy apparently was nickel and diming for everything, even information about the Shaolin Temple he was selling, but now it seems like all that stuff has vanished, and now it's for free. You don't have to pay for incense anymore there. You don't have to pay for information about the Shaolin Temple. Shaolin monks, I guess, were wearing QR codes to donate money to them. I guess that's done. So I'm really curious now what's going to happen with the Shaolin Temple. This brings us to the question of the day, brought to you by Academy Safe. Just so you know, martial arts schools in the United States do not actually have any requirements whatsoever in order to start a martial arts school. You don't need background checks, CPR, first aid, safe sport. You need nothing to start a martial arts studio. So Academy Safe is trying to put on a pedestal and show all the schools who actually do that above and beyond. All the academies who are getting background checks, CPR, etc., they're going to be listed on Academy Safe. So if you want to know if your academy is doing the things that they probably should be doing, check out Academy Safe. The question of the day is directly about the story that's going on right now, as it usually is, but I'm curious, how do you think now the Shaolin Temple is going to actually stay open now that the monk who was bringing in all the money got caught embezzling? It seems like the new guy hasn't really put systems in place, at least from this report, on how they actually will make funds. So if he's wiping away all their ability to make money, how exactly are they going to stay open? I'm very curious what your thoughts are about this. As always, thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, memberships, and all that other stuff. Keep the martial arts legit.
My baby got robbed the other day by degenerate. So she wanted to learn some new form of this self-defense. So she did her research and perused it online and found this dude said he could move shit with his mind. He called himself Seafood Paul Zimmerman. He got a dojo with a strip mall near Cinnabon. Now she spends all day trying to